Welcome back to Cut The Malarkey, man. It's your boy Blackhaven Mon. We got a full show for you today. Today we're talking about why do men leave their children. Man, we need to know why are you leaving the little kids, man. We also got a snippet from our podcast, man. Make sure you stay locked in and check it out. And we also talking about the music industry and the Musicians Wage Act. Stay locked in, man. It's Cut The Malarkey Radio right here on Bumpin' 96.3.
From Blackhaven to Orange Mound, East Memphis and downtown, North Memphis, South Memphis, and Riverside. Big Memphis, we live. This is Cut The Malarkey Radio on Bumpin' 96.3 FM.
Welcome back to Cut The Malarkey Radio. To Cut The Malarkey Radio. To Cut The Malarkey Radio. To Cut The Malarkey Radio.
You sound like it's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
hey, bro, why is it now that we just now know how to do that dance after all these years?
I know, bro.
I'll let you ponder on that real quick. Right now, it's D Terrell 217 in the middle, Paper Rap, Papi Locciano, Papi Popo on the left of the screen, and Blackhaven Mon. Blackhaven's most dangerous in the building.
Hey.
This is Cut The Malarkey Radio on Bumpin' 96.3 FM, man. Thank y'all for tuning in for another 5 week. Now, back to the percolator.
Bro, I think it's because our parents didn't pass that on like they did the Chinese checkers or the electric slide. Like the percolator beat just took you there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't show you how to do the dance. They was just like, this is a black Negro spiritual and you need to listen to it. Now, they never taught you to dance.
At the record show, Paper Route Papi is staring at us as if he knew how to do this dance the entire time.
That's cap. That is complete cap.
You don't
I'm
know.
staring at y'all like, not staring at y'all. No, I ain't staring at y'all. I'm staring at them because why y'all ain't never teach us that? I still don't know how to do it. My back hurt the first time I tried it.
I learned from this 6'3" white dude on TikTok.
I feel like that's
tried it one time and my back still hurt. 2 years
6'3".
It's Chinese checkers. Like they taught us Chinese. Yeah, they taught us Chinese checkers.
It looked like you finna juke, like it's a football juke move. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do the face too, yeah. Oh my God!
Later, it's time for. I feel like we should bring that back in 2025.
No,
bro. See, they bringing back line dancing, bro. I think we behind. I think we gotta wait to 26.
Them at, you know what I'm saying, at the throwback clubs for a while. It ain't nothing new.
Everybody trying to start a new line dance.
What your percolator is?
I feel like we got too many line dances as it is. Like, who trying to do all that? We already, you know what I'm saying?
I still don't know how to me a line dance.
Yeah, not everybody trying to pop their fans.
And something.
Hey. You stay off of 803 Fresh. That boy performed at the BET Awards. Hey. Shout out to 803 Fresh from South Carolina, South Kakalaki.
Shout out to him. But not everybody want to pop a fan and do the Tamia dance that they just made up on the spot. That wasn't even the line dance. You see what black people do? Just make something out of nothing. I love my people.
We're not you and something.
That Tamia line dance, though, I feel like if you look at it, it really feel like everybody about to fall over drunk. Like everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Like ballet. It's like some ballet or something.
She ain't creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got to Tamia for the 5 song, but
too many steps.
Y'all doing too many.
Just enjoy the song. Get back to doing the 2-step. Why we stop doing the 2-step? Everybody want to do all these
regular line dances. To the right one.
Let's go back to the bunny hop. Let's go to the bunny hop.
Simple instructions. Bunny hop.
Everybody clap your hands. What happened to them?
Right. You take a break, clap your hands. Work your upper body.
That way everybody got little legs. Small thighs. Greasy hips.
Hey, I know he died, but Mr. Cha-Cha Slide.
Huh?
We still don't know what the Charlie Brown is.
Yeah, he passed away. I think about last year. Was it last year, Papi Locciano?
Last year or 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
We still don't know what the Charlie Brown is.
Ain't it this? Yeah, ain't it this?
No, that's not it.
No, is it what old girl be doing on TikTok?
I can't with y'all, bro. I can't, bro.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Let's go see you in the night. Let's both get it right.
That girl is cute.
Hey, she be getting it in, dog. I know her neck hurt though.
I know you, hey, D Terrell, Papi Locciano. Hey, I know you brought up the BET Awards real quick. I know we having fun. We want to send a shout out from Cut The Malarkey to all the protesters last week that ran into it with the National Guard. Hey, man, we send our prayers to y'all. Y'all be safe, man, and watch out for one another.
I feel like you said that so wrong. He said a shout out. Like what?
I mean, like we send prayers.
We send prayers for people's safety, man. Just stay safe. There was a Australian reporter that went out there last week and
bro, please don't say that. I'm not supposed to laugh.
She just got tagged with a rubber bullet, and he aimed at her. He
did. Why? Why though? Like,
man, the Australian media is very upset about that. Like, I didn't laugh about it. They're like, they very upset. Like, they won't answer.
The only reason I laughed because like he aimed at her, and I'm like, she didn't even do nothing. Like, you just showing. Man,
she was in the wrong place, wrong time, kid.
That's what I say, man. Everybody stay safe, bro. I saw some of the conditions that the National Guard was staying in when they were deployed, and they were on the floor. I mean, I know they used to, they train for stuff, but I mean, to be deployed against citizens, but they stand on the floor of different places, bro. They sleep on the
National
floor.
Guard we're talking about, not big army.
Oh, he deployed the Marines also.
Marines,
I know, but this is National Guard that we talk about. Them folks is used to sleeping in their beds.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that,
so, bro.
Hey, 2 weekends out of month, 2 weeks out of a year.
I gotta correct myself. The reason why I said shout out is because I stand by what they doing, and I commend them. I commend their courage, and I see why y'all doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. Be careful out there.
So Pap, you had a question for us, man. You wanted to kick this show off with before we go into commercial break about men and their kids. Talk to me.
Man. I be scrolling on the tickety talks, man.
Tickety talk. The clock out.
A couple videos popped up on my For You page, not my For You page, my For You page, and it was the question of why do men leave the kids that they made behind and then go start a family with stepkids? So I need the good brothers over there at Cut The Malarkey Radio to help me answer this question. Why do men leave the house that they created to go start a new house with some stepchildren?
I answer after you if you want to go, bro.
Mine gonna be short. I ain't got no kids, so I can't really give you no good answer outside of something comedic like she a brick in a house. He found another one. And he found another house. It was well built. It was sturdy. Good bones. I don't know.
She ain't had no sheetrock.
So what I would say is I would take from experience. You know what, man? Shout out to my dad. You know, I ain't gonna put his business in the street like, I am gonna put his business in the streets. Anyway, sometimes it's just to get away from that woman. Sometimes you will sacrifice the well-being of them children. Like, it don't mean you don't love your kids, but if that woman bring you enough stress, you will leave them kids behind. My father, I can honestly say he loved his children, but his first baby mama, he did not like her at all. He did not like her at all. So my brothers had to take the brunt, which it isn't right. I'm not condoning it. Had to take their father not being around because he didn't want to deal with the mother. And, sometimes these women and men, depending on what side you want, make it difficult for the other person to stay around because they make the situation difficult. Now, once again, I'm not saying that is right. I'm just telling you what I see. Sometimes they don't want to deal with their parent, man.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. Like I said, I ain't got no kids, so I can't really give you great insight other than that's what I would assume. It has to be with where does your peace lie? And sometimes peace costs a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the price for peace is great. So that's what that. Yeah, I can see that. Also, she was a brick house. Go ahead.
I hate you.
Shout out to my mama, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this day and age, bro, you know, a lot of us don't date the person that we with. You know what I'm saying? That we procreate with. So you get into a relationship, you instantly jumping into a relationship. You don't know nothing about that person. Then 2 months later, here she comes saying, "Oh, I'm pregnant." 3-4 months down the road, she having those mood swings that most women have. I don't know about all of them, but most women have. And you don't like it, but you try to deal with it. But you don't know this woman enough to sit there and deal with it. And you like, I ain't got to deal with nothing. I'm going to leave. And then you leave. Or you stay there and then y'all have more kids. And now you overly stressed because you don't know how to deal with your emotions. And now you like, I'm gonna just go do my own thing. I see my kids on the weekend. But it really all stems back to what you said, Blackhaven Mon, is you stop liking that person. Mm-hmm. You stop liking the person that you had a baby with, and now you don't want to be with them no more. And so you leave. You try to still see the kids, but because that heart ain't break even, now you can't see the kids because somebody in that mix is bitter. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Now, but look though, that's you giving the father or the mother grace when sometimes I'm gonna be real. In some instances, the parent that leaves that wants the peace does have other avenues to being in their children's life. They just don't want to go that extra step. And if you really want to see them, bro, I bring the laws, bro. As they say, bring the white man. You know how old black folks say. You know, put the white folks in our business. But hey, bro, you know what they be saying. Anyway, it's one of those things where yes. But I'm kind of lingering on what you said, D Terrell, about the cost of peace. Way like is heavy sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like how much does your peace mean to you? But what are you gonna say to your children when they get older? Will they understand? Like, will they give you grace? Will they say, "Well, I grew up with her, so I know what you had to go through"? Or would they say, "Did you try? Did you even try? You know what I mean? Did you even try to be in my life?"
Yeah.
I mean, but then that comes with you teaching your kids how to be adults. Like, you have to teach your kids how to be adults and hope that you're raising them right and not letting people influence them.
You ain't raised them. You ain't there. The person you left raised them. And they talked all that trash about you, saying how you left.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you still, if you're still in your child's life, you still are raising your child because you're still there in a sense. You may not be there 24/7 like the other parent is, but you're still there.
Bro, we Ant-Man out here. We paying all 18.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
This man here. Look, we got to take a quick commercial break, man. Y'all don't change that dial. In the next segment, man, we got a little conversation that we had on Cut The Malarkey podcast, and we want y'all to tune in to that right after this commercial break, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bumping Malarkey, baby.
Cut The Malarkey Radio.
Keep that same energy. Cut The Malarkey. We'll be right back on Bumpin' 96.3.
Welcome back to Cut The Malarkey Radio.
Bro, you and your producer bag today, ain't it?
Ball, the bang, the bang, diggy, diggy, bomb, the bump, the dump, dump, the boogie.
Why is you singing into every segment that we got?
You got to make it fun and flowy and bubbly and make people smile and happy and use their cheek.
You must take an ice bath this morning.
No. Ice bath? No, sir.
You got this hand.
No, sir.
Like
no.
This here.
I was going to say something. Wow. Oh, start with a P and end with a funk. That boy is a punk. Look. Listen. listen, man. We appreciate y'all staying locked in to Cut the Malarkey Radio, man. That last segment was it a little brief segment from our Cut the Malarkey podcast about monogamy versus polygamy, man. You can catch that on YouTube if you want the full conversation with some of those great guests that we had on. And one of them, you know very well, Big Fine Jones came back through the building. You know what I'm saying? So
Big Fine.
Y'all make sure y'all go check that out on YouTube right now. CutTheMalarkey.tv, man. And all your favorite podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Nene and my beautiful cousin. And you know what I'm saying? MTG. I hope you see this clip. No, you're not. But I want to give a shout out to the beautiful Nene and my beautiful cousin. You know what I'm saying? MTG for showing up. You know what I'm saying? And of course the beautiful Big Fine Jones.
Big Fine.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all, man, for helping us out with that conversation.
For coming through and giving a great show. Man, before we get out of here today, dog, I wanted to talk about this Living Wage for Musicians Act. I don't know if y'all read into this, you know what I'm saying, but me, myself, as a producer and host of the Cut Vibe Room on TikTok, please pull up, you know what I'm saying, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The Cut Vibe Room, if you're indie artist, you come through. We review your music, give you some tips, some tricks, some producer skills, and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, some knowledge. So pull up on TikTok, D Terrell 217. But the Living Wage for Musicians Act is an act that will reform the music industry by supporting more diverse and independent artists. So it's basically, for, you know, in layman's terms, it's to make it, you know, you would get a living wage. You would be able to have a livable wage off of your music streams and things like that. So like, say as an independent artist, I upload my music to a distributor like a DistroKid, and it gets distributed to Spotify. Spotify was only paying like a tenth of a penny to artists every stream. So now this would make it to where you have a livable wage, which would make that tenth of a penny somewhere like a full penny, if not more, you know, depending on what they settle on. So it would make that tenth of a penny a full penny. Meaning your streams would actually count towards something that could actually or potentially pay you for your streams, for your work. Now, with that, there's been like this revolution of, well, let's just not even say revolution. Timbaland starting a record label for AI artists and signing an AI artist. So I know those two don't really go hand in hand, but it kind of like the music industry and the music scene right now is kind of just all over the place because people are feeling certain kinds of ways. Like they're happy about the Living Wage Act, but this introduction of AI in this form as a full-fledged artist has them feeling another way, as if we can finally make money and pay our bills, but now we got to worry about AI completely taking us out of the picture as far as artists and engineers and producers. So as two gentlemen that were formerly behind this lovely thing that we call a mic,
I got another one right here.
What do you see coming from this? Anything good?
It depends on what you mean by good, because what I see, okay, what I would see what happen is if everybody starts signing AI people, AI artists, then the artist that already makes music, you know what I'm saying, now they're going to start, you know what I'm saying, making up AI songs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the AI song is going to get signed and not them. Yes, they still may be making money, but they probably want to, like, hey, my name is Paper Route Papi, and I want people to know who I am, instead of I'm Hunt's Brothers pizza delivery driver, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I make up an AI, insert AI name right there. There you go. And they the ones who
AI name.
You know what I'm saying? But then again, how is the AI going to get paid in order for whoever else is getting paid? So
because let's be honest, in the state that the music industry is in right now, artists and writers, artists are typically the last people to see a paycheck. Writers, if they get anything, are right there with them. If they get anything, usually writers are NDA. Oh, you can get credits, but your money will come, and it never does as a writer. But you know what I'm saying? Somebody has to write the song. So as a form of AI, like using AI, unless you're using AI to write the song, produce the song, sing the song, like we did a couple weeks ago with Cyber Shorty, that full song was AI. So if you have somebody come in and write the song, then do you still give that person credit for writing? Does that person get paid for writing? Because the performer doesn't get paid because the performer is the computer. So and does that undercut what artists are trying to get on this Living Wage Act? Does that undercut them? Because now you're forcing hundreds of songs out a day potentially.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's back to back. And then all can be, you can have 200 songs all from one phrase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And each one of them is different. You know what I'm saying? Versus a human that would give you one song in 15 years. I ain't gonna call no names. Paper Rap Papi.
Shots fired.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like you want 200 songs in the span of 10 minutes versus one song in the span of 2 in one setting. You know what I'm saying? I actually wrote it on the back of a bus, but then I ended up changing the chorus like 3 years later when I went to Afghanistan. So let that be known. Dream Girl has been finished for a long time, but it's just never been recorded. Anyway.
But that's the thing. You don't have to get in the booth anymore. If you take your lyrics right now and put that into AI, and you've written it with scales and key, like with the key that you want the song in, and the influence of the song, like the artist that you want it to be influenced by, what you want it to sound like, all of that, you don't have to get in the booth no more.
And you know what I'm saying? With that, like a lot of people are not notes and keys and all this other kind of stuff. They're not that savvy. So they can say that, oh, I wanted an A minor and no shots.
Right.
But they can say, I wanted an A minor, and it sounds completely off of what they in their head. Bro, that's the only key. Shut up.
Okay, look. I feel what both of y'all saying, and y'all made great points. As far as that, let me speak on the AI thing at first. The good thing I see from the AI is maybe having people feature that would probably never feature in our lifetime, like bringing back a Tupac or a Biggie or
like
a
Drake
Leo.
did with his diss song. He brought Tupac back, and Tupac performed a verse, but it was actually Drake, and then they used Drake's voice, and then they had it mimic Tupac's vocal tone.
Yeah. So I could see that. That's dope.
Grounds for lawsuit. That's grounds for lawsuit. Like you're using my image and likeness, my likeness being my voice. So like if I'm like say I do a cartoon, you know what I'm saying? I am available for voiceover work. I'll let your boy. I do a cartoon. And somebody goes, hey, I really like that dude, D. He did that work on that cartoon that just came out on Amazon Prime. Holla at your boy. I want something that sounds like that, but I can't find nobody that quite sound like D. Although you probably could, but he gonna ask you for double. Either way. You know what I'm saying? And you take samples of my voice and you use AI to mimic or recreate what it sounds like to talk like me. That's my likeness. That's my moneymaker. That's my bread. So,
well, I feel like as long as it's done legally, that shouldn't be a problem. Long as you go to the state. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you go to the state and stuff.
Yeah.
But
if it's done by Biggie's estate.
Legally, you still got to come to me, though. You know what I'm saying?
the person that's whose voice it is, yeah, I feel like you should have to come to me and be like, hey, yo, or if I passed away, come to my team or my estate and be like, hey, I would really love to have him a part of this. I know he passed away, but we have a way we can recreate his voice. We just need your blessing, or you know what I'm saying? But it get tricky.
But
because Cube did not say yay yay. Cube said, I wish you would.
For real. Finna take everything.
I wish
everything.
You would.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say about the physical, not the physical, about the Musicians Wage Act you talked about.
Uh-huh.
Me, all three of us talked like a couple months ago about bringing back physical media, right? How streaming kind of killed everything and let these streaming platforms basically pay you what they want to pay you. And I love the act. It really gives the artists a little piece of their artistry back in the form of monetary gain. But I still will go back to, I really feel like, and a lot of people want to agree with me, I know streaming is real accessible and convenient. I go back to the physical media aspect of it, where you had to go out, buy actual physical media, and then you know for a fact that these people are selling like they're supposed to sell and actually get what they're supposed to get.
Thanks.
But then again, that's a bad part about that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like with the streaming, if I made one good song a year, and I've got a whole album out there, but you only like this one song, the world only like this one song, they gonna only play that one song. But with buying physical copies of CDs, disc, what is it? Compact disc, that's a CD. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the DJ thing. But if I make one of them, you know what I'm saying, then you're buying the whole CD and you're going to be forced to listen to the whole CD. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
But this the thing too. So streaming gave people the ability to have a global reach rather than having to press up and ship these CDs, these albums, these 8 tracks, and these records across seas and to different countries. You had access to stream them. The difference being with streaming, obviously, number one, the payout. The artist was not making anything near they were making with physical media. The phasing out of the ability to play physical media within your whip, in your car, in your, you know what I'm saying, in the don't, in the what else they call it, in the slab. What's the other words?
The caddy.
Want to sound cool today? In the caddy. You know what I'm saying? So when they phased that stuff out, people was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? We ain't using that no more. So they phased that out. Streaming became popular. You made less money, but you became more accessible. But with streaming, I can stream this one song off this album, and that counts as an entire album play versus me having to listen to all the songs on the album. Like, you know what I'm saying? People ain't listening to those songs on that. Like albums, to me, in my opinion, I wish I had the sound. But they're not crafted the way they used to. We ain't got skits like we used to have them. Bro, 3 6 Mafia had skits, and them Jones was fire.
Ludacris
had skits. Them Jones was fire. Like we had full productions on these albums that felt like movie quality, and ain't nobody doing that no more. And like Bernie Mac said, what is this? You gonna read this? This is booty. It's booty. It's booty.
That's not exactly what he said, but if you want to know what he said, go to D Terrell 217 on TikTok, and you'll find exactly what he said. Booty. But yeah, dog, a lot of people don't know how to be funny no more. They don't know how to be creative no more. They just do what the last person did.
Yeah, because it worked. Because it worked. Ooh, I do what he did because it worked for him. And it's no more authenticity in it. It's no more originality in it. Like these independent artists, honestly, are better than the guys and girls and the days and the thems that are signed to labels.
Because I knew it was doomed. Fellas, I knew it was doomed when Period I, Period Girl got a record deal. Just off that bull. And I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm done.
Never mind the fact that we have a lot of other rappers and singers that is trash out here. Trash.
Cause I'm a fairy.
Some of y'all trash.
Cause you a fairy. You a fairy, right?
We ain't even going that late. I mean that early. Let's go back.
You say this shit? You say this booty. You go out there and say this if you want to. Watch Sandman come sweep your butt off stage.
I hate you. But
it was booty. Yeah. It was booty. Yeah. It was booty.
When, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say I'm a fan of them, so I'm not being biased. They got some good songs. But when Migos came out, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't.
Tread lightly. When
the Migos came out, they was trash. A lot of y'all, 21 Savage, he was trash. Lil Yachty, he was trash.
I agree with that. The other was that's
Kodak Black, he was trash. A lot of these folks was trash, bro. Just to name a few. But y'all sit there and y'all blew them up, and you got folks like Lito and Don Tripp out here that's actually putting in work on albums after albums after albums, and nobody's giving them folks play. But you steady running to the club talking about some 21. Shut up.
It's because again, you know what I'm saying? We can close on this because we gotta go. It's because it worked for the next guy. It's about the playability in the club. It's about where you want these records played and how they're structured. So if they're structured for club play and you know it worked for the last guy because his was structured the same way, you don't have to change anything. Change up the lyrics, change the key of that song, and you go in and you rock out. You don't have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? All it has to do is be able to make the crowd feel hype enough to dance or jump up and down. And that's it. So
that's what Boss Man D-Lo said.
And I say with a lot of these indie artists, they show more passion and they have more soul in their records, and like they put a lot into it, and you can tell and you can feel it. You can feel the love and passion that they put in their records versus what some of these people with machines behind them put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can feel it.
Y'all going after these folks because they got 1 million views in 6 months, but they just on the track trying to sound like Wayne. Be real. They trying to sound like Wayne. The Carter 1, 2, and 3 Wayne. No ceilings Wayne.
A lot of them. And then a lot of them got a lot of inspiration from and you realize how young some of them are. Because they be like, oh yeah, one of my favorite rappers is Playboi Carti, or one of my favorite rappers is Juice WRLD. One of my favorite rappers was Triple X Tentacion. Like, and you be like, bro, you the same age as that man. How was you looking up to somebody the same age? Like, to me, that's weird. Because you looking up to somebody that's parallel to you, but it's weird. But all right.
Like, at least Lil Wayne was, Lil Wayne probably like 45, 46, somewhere in there. But when I was 8, Wayne was on TV. Wayne was like 13 on TV. So, he in my generation, but he on TV already.
He did some things that you haven't done. So, yeah, I guess. But look, we got to get out of here, man. Y'all stay locked. Cut the Malarkey Radio, bumping 96.3. We got the final word of the day coming up next. Don't change that dial.
Keep that same energy. Cut the Malarkey. We'll be right back on Bumpin' 96.3.
We appreciate y'all staying locked in and tuned in to Cut the Malarkey Radio, man, the wildest show on radio. We got the final word of the day coming up for you right now from none other than Paper Route, Papi Locciano. Y'all know Papi Pop Off. Papi
Big Head.
Man, the final word of the day is, what if everything that's for you, you don't see it because of the drama that you've been through? Focus on the good in the situation that is in front of you and the future. Don't focus on the bad that's in the past.
All right, man.
Clock that T, cuz.
Clock the T, cuz. It's crazy. Y'all make sure y'all go to social media and follow us on all the platforms that you feel comfortable using in your age. That means TikTok, YouTube, Black Planet, maybe even Farmers only. I don't even know what you got. I don't know what you got. You can go to www.healthcare.gov. You might even see us there. You know what I'm saying? Because this throwback radio, baby. This throwback
you
radio.
probably catch us on the hub. Can I catch us on the hub? We got some videos on the hub.
That boy
just put in Cut The Malarkey.
Catch that podcast episode, Monogamy versus Polygamy, with all those wonderful, illustrious, accomplished special guests that we had do that with us, man. It's on your favorite podcast app. That's Spotify. You know what I'm saying? You can pull your phone out, go to Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all of that, man. We appreciate y'all staying tuned in. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay blessed.
Man, is this on?
Yes, bro.
Hey, Cut The Malarkey Radio on Bumping 96.3 FM in Memphis. Bumping96.3.com.
And make sure you follow CutTheMalarkey.tv everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Moco Space, Facebook, X, Black Planet, Musically, TikTok. Yeah.
Vine.
CutTheMalarkey.tv, baby.
Like, share, and comment. And subscribe.